energy. Depression is a bitch that won't stop texting me.
Hi guys, welcome back. So I thought that we could do something that we have not done in a while, a hot minute, and just do a good old-fashioned I hauled it, but did I like it? Because now I'm not so much doing direct haul videos just because people don't seem to be too into them anymore. I will if I get like a big hoard of stuff, but for the most part I'm just putting it on shorts on here or on Instagram. So follow me either place, you know, and you'll see it all. It shouldn't be a surprise what I'm showing you. But however, we do have some things to talk about. I had to cut it down, so this has to keep reoccurring. So if you really do like that I hauled it, but did I like it videos, give this a thumbs up and let me know in the comments, and we can continue this because there's just so much. Okay, let's start off with the palette. Well, one of the palettes, with the only eyeshadow palette that I want to talk to you about. And that is this palette, beautiful palette, which falls and glitter falls down from it. It's gorgeous. It's from ZC. They are more of a luxury Korean makeup site company. They have the coolest stuff I've ever seen. Packaging gets me every time. I think it's beautiful. It's well made. There's always different versions of their palettes. I have basically one of each different version. You open it up, you get a huge mirror. You do, just like ABH, Anastasia Beverly Hills, you also get a brush. I have to say that the brush that you get with this versus Anastasia is way better. This actually gives you something that works. A nice little blender that is soft, and then a nice little flat shader, which is soft. Anastasia Beverly Hills, the hairs of theirs, because I still have two. I don't have any of their palettes anymore, but they poke like needles. So that does not, I just totally was about to stutter. That one is soft and velvety, but the ABH ones are like straw. Now this, I believe, $35, could be wrong. That's why it did take me a bit to make the jump and get it. I told you guys that I wanted it. Some of you said that you had it and then I had to get it. This is my jam. Okay, but the only thing I've noticed with Asian companies and their palettes are they have way different consistencies and formulas within the palette, and they don't tell you. And if they do tell you, they don't tell you in English. So if you are someone who only knows English dialect, you are not going to realize it until it's too late. Or you may use it and be like, this is shit. When it's not, you're just not using it with the right type of haired makeup brush and to the right kind of formula that does best with that formula. I even had to learn that as I went, but these are beautiful. If you are a light pink bronze type of person, you like to keep it light, and that's what Asians like to do as well with a pop of glitter, their palettes are all going to be for you. It just depends on which one is your shade. This one is so gorgeous, performs so well. I use it in many, many different ways. I even use the ends, even though the whole palette itself is eyeshadow, considered eyeshadow. I use the ends for blush. They work perfectly, and now I'm addicted. So there is more in the collection. This is their Alice in Wonderland collection, but it's still in collaboration with the British Museum, which I have the Eye of Horus palette from them in that one, and it's remarkable. It's completely remarkable. I've said this before and I'll say it again. This is luxury for Asians. It can go higher, believe me. You can always go higher anywhere you live. But for the most part, at least on Amazon that I've seen, because that's where I get my ZC stuff from, they always, I just had a brain fart. Totally. It was like, whoo, my whole brain just slipped right out. Thankfully, I remember what I was going to say, though. I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes trying to remember. But even with that being said, their packaging is better than American luxury packaging. Their product, the formulas are better. This is a better formula than Guerlain, Marc Jacobs, things like that, because I've tried them. Natasha Denona, they're close, but I would still gravitate more towards a ZC palette formula. America's luxury feels like a ripoff, and that's why I kind of stopped using high-end products. And then if I do, it's just stuff I get from TJ Maxx, existing things that I just love, or it's Korean or Asian type of luxury, because it's worth it. At least for me, it's worth it, because you get the packaging and you get the formula. Like, I want someone to come into my area, my vanity area, and just see things with the coolest packaging on it. It just draws, like, your attention. And that's what I like. But I want it to also, like, work when I want to wear it. So that's been perfect. Alright, the second palette is something that I have recently gotten, but I've had a good chance to really deep dive into this, and I know enough to know what I know of it. This is something that I also got on Amazon. I've really been addicted to Amazon. I know it may get annoying. I make my Amazon favorite videos. They kind of are the least viewed videos, except for my Get Ready With Me's sometimes, but I don't care. Those are videos. I'm here because I like to make those types of videos. It is what it is. At some point, I hope the right people that like the same stuff as me find me. But this is from a company called FAQS, but I don't know if the names all change between the website, what you get in hand, and things like that. But it's All You Need Is Love, and this is their illuminating kit. And it says the names in the back in hearts. I think it's so cute. You open it up. There is no mirror. It is magnetic. However, you can see the magnet right there. And then you get these 4 highlighter shades. These are gorgeous. I do believe that there are different shade ranges, different ones for darker shade ranges. But this is, oh, so good. So good. They are good swatching. They're good with a brush. They're even better with a brush. You know, when you see them swatch, you're like, oh, okay, those are pretty. But then you use it with a brush, and you're like, holy shit, how am I going to get that toned down? And that's what I like. I like something that you don't have to particularly wow me with a swatch, because I know better. But I need you to perform. And this performs so well, and it's not that expensive. It reminds me so much of like Nicole Guerrero's thing she did with Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't know why I'm talking about ABH so much in this video today. I don't know. I don't even think I have any of their stuff. But it is what it is. It's just in my mind. It reminds me of that. And I think that that's a great deal. And I'm not too much into highlighter these days. I do a little bit here, a little bit there. But if you are, you need that. Okay, let's talk about a primer I have had for quite a while, and that is the new reformulated SheGlam Birthday Skin Primer. I originally had the first one, which I found nothing wrong with it. It reminded me completely, like a complete dupe of the Tatcha canvas. I'm saying it wrong. Silk canvas or something like that, where you had to like kind of dig in there and scoop it out. It was exactly like that, and I loved it. The formula, I loved it. But then they switched and said reformulated, so that kind of got me a little like freaked out. So I just chucked that one, because I was like, I don't know why they reformulated you, but if it's an ingredient causing a problem, I don't want to put it on my face. I didn't want to take the chance. So I got this one when they reformulated it, but they reformulated it into 2 different types. So I could have kept that one, and I threw it away. There was nothing wrong with it. I'm going to repurchase it too, because I liked it that much. It's definitely worth it. And you will know for a fact, if you already have the Tatcha silk canvas, that you won't ever need it again. But this one is a pigment perfector, a skin evening, more moisturizing type of primer. It looks like straight up SPF. It smells like vitamin C, so it smells exactly like the Bobbi Brown Enriched Face Base. If you've ever used that or smelled that, it smells kind of like vitamin C-ish. That's how this is. This sinks in really good. It gives you a very moisturized, tacky kind of feel to your skin, and I actually really, really like it. But there are days where it's too much for me, and I would need the other one, the pink one. So I have to get both. They're completely worth it. And I mean, they cost like barely anything. So yeah, definitely. My next Shein, well, the one that's on its way, the one after that, it'll happen in it. Sometimes I wonder if I even make sense to anybody out there in the universe when they watch me, or if they're just watching me like, what's wrong with her? Next is something that I have just recently grabbed. I'm trying to remember where I got this from, to be quite honest. This is from Kaja, and it's the Don't Settle. I think it came in a TJ Maxx order that I made online, because you can find, like, you know how you can go in TJ Maxx and it's like, surprise, here's this, and this. You can go online and they have even more. So I saw this, and I have never tried anything but a lip product from this company, and I really wanted to try it out. It's called Don't Settle, and I'm taking that as it doesn't settle into fine lines and stuff like that, and that's why it's called that. So I was like, ooh, I'm excited. I have Banana Milk, which is a pretty good shade for me. It's more of a thin consistency, but I do have to say it settles. So if that's why it's called Don't Settle, go back to the drawing board, my friends, because basically with fine lines and wrinkles, everything settles. Don't tell me you don't settle. Everything settles. You know, you just have to work with powder the right way to know how to make it not happen or try to avoid it. This is more of a thinner consistency, and I think that's why they say it's probably easier to blend in and least likely to settle. So if you are younger, don't have as many fine lines and wrinkles, you may absolutely love this. I don't have a problem with it, but it's not going to be a full coverage day kind of product that I use. Other than that, I loved it, and I got a huge discount on TJ Maxx from it, so, yep. And the last product, I've recently gotten this, but I have used it 5 times now, I believe, five times, so I have a pretty good gist of how I'm feeling on this. This is from Loreal, and it is their Revitalift Miracle Blur Instant Skin Smoother in Original. I had 2 little tiny samples of this, and I loved it, so I grabbed this. This comes out like a hard silicone poop. It does. And it weirds me out a little bit. It's a little stiff for that kind of consistency type of primer. So you have to be careful not to squirt out too much. And you really do need to warm it in your hands before you want to apply it to your face. But I think that this may have clogged my pores and is starting to cause a little bit of an issue for me, because this has been what I've been primarily wearing for a little while, testing it out and trying it, and I'm starting to get really clogged pores. So it's either this or the L'Oreal Serum Foundation. So I'm trying to figure that out right now, but I think that it's this, because just the feeling that I got when it went onto my hand and I was putting it on my face, every time I'm like, is this going to cause me to break out? And when you have that feeling and then you start breaking out, you know, follow your gut, girls. You know what I mean? It says you can wear this alone or with makeup, and I don't completely hate it, but it's not probably going to be something that I end up using up. I might, because this, I mean, get the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. Just saying, over this, anytime, any day. But if you, and it has SPF 30 in it too. That could be another reason why I was breaking out. But, I mean, I grabbed it because it says here, right on the bottom, right in the bottom, the little letters, it says, erases the look of wrinkles, lines, and pores. It does do a little bit of that, I'm not going to lie, because it is straight silicone poop. But it's not a horrible primer, that's not what I'm trying to say. I just know that there's better, this cheaper, and might not break you out as much, because I don't have reactions to things all that often. So if I do, it's a good bet you probably will too. Alright, so that is everything that I want to talk about in this video. I will leave it all linked down below if any of it seems to pique your interest. Let me know if you know of any items you've seen me haul that you do want a full review on and see up close and swatches and things like that. That will be done. Leave me a comment. Let me know. I love it when you guys talk to me. Sometimes it's like radio silence for a while, and I'm just like, is anybody out there? Don't worry, I'm a silent watcher to very, very many creators myself. I get it. I get it. So everything that I'm wearing, my makeup, I kind of went matte today. Total matte, which is unlike myself. But I wanted to go with the ambiance of the look. Half Tarzan's wife Jane. Half Jane. Half Viking goddess that will kill you, like the Xena warrior princess. Alright, so like I said, I will leave everything down below in the description box for you guys, as you know. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Obviously, it's fun here. And I, of course, will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.